So today there is a lot to go over for this August recap of the Reptile Room, so stick around because I have some good news to go over as well as some not so good news to go over. Stick around. My name is Nick Pulaski. Growing up, I have always had a passion for wildlife, and with that passion, along with my passion of filmmaking, I get taken on some amazing adventures creating wildlife content, getting up close with a variety of incredible animals. So come follow along as I pursue my goals of educating, inspiring, exploring, and conserving wildlife, all while having fun, seeing the beauty in our natural world. Hello everybody, yes, like I said, I do have some good news and some not so good news to go over, and it's been a tough couple weeks, that's for sure. It's been probably a tough month, I would say, to go over, that's for sure. And the reason being is we unfortunately lost someone. If you've been on my Instagram, if you've been keeping up to date with that, I posted that we did lose Rafiki, my panther chameleon male, not too long ago. Unfortunately, it seems he was lost due to cancer. He was forming some lesions I was seeing and noticing rather strongly. I was noticing that a while ago, that those were picking up and stuff like that. So we were constantly in and out, checking with professionals and checking with vets and stuff like that, just trying to see what's going on with him. He was only 3, maybe a little bit over 3. When I got him, he was a little bit over a year or so old. And it was really unfortunate. I mean, I really, really loved Rafiki. He was a great addition to the room. He was a great addition in general. I mean, he was my buddy, you know? I mean, I would always come in here, and every single morning when I turned on his light manually, I mean, it was just great to see him, and we would have our conversations and stuff like that. I would feed him, mist him down, everything like that. Sometimes he'd have his good days where he would let me take him out and stuff like that, but as you know, with some chameleons, it's one of those things where it's hit or miss. They're not really a handleable animal or anything like that, so if I wanted to, I could just leave him alone. But he was pretty social despite all that. I mean, we worked with him pretty hard, and I don't know, it was just a really difficult thing. We lost him really quick, I would say. Though he was having those lesions and stuff like that were appearing, who knows what was going on internally and stuff like that too. But I mean, he was fine, he had a great appetite and stuff like that, but all of a sudden he just went downhill. And once I saw that immediately, I mean, there's only so much you can do, right? I mean, it's just one of those tough things where you gotta know when to let go. And it's not an easy thing whatsoever, and there's not much more you can unfortunately do with that kind of stuff, you know, and it's hard for anyone losing any kind of animal, you know. I mean, I've lost animals over the years, and it guts you, you know, and I haven't lost an animal in a while, I would say, and it's a really unfortunate thing when it does happen. So Rafiki, unfortunately, is gone. It sucks coming in here and just seeing the vacant spot where he lived. Johnny is the only thing now that lives in this section of the reptile room. Yeah, I mean, to answer questions about it, I don't know if I will be getting another chameleon. I mean, anytime soon. I have no plans to or anything like that. It's a big deal when you lose one, you know? I mean, it's not something that's like, oh, I'm just going to go replace it. I've never been that kind of person where I just instantly kind of can't just replace something like that. I mean, especially like a really, really personable animal like that, you know, it's tough. It's a really tough thing to go through. So yeah, I mean, unfortunately, yeah, we had to put Rafiki down, buried him. Yeah, I mean, it's just been tough with all that. So I mean, that's been an ongoing battle that's been going on. Despite that, everyone else is doing good. Everyone else is healthy, so that's good news. You know, we're going to honor him and stuff like that in this room and stuff like that too. So I think we'll put up like maybe a picture of him on the wall or something like that. I mean, he was a good boy, you know, he was a great chameleon. So we definitely want to honor him in some way. So he's definitely going to be honored. But yeah, I mean, really tough losing him. But despite that, I mean, there's a lot of good things. I mean, I'm happy that he's not in pain anymore, you know. And I mean, he was really, really struggling. I mean, I was seeing him drastically lose his color and stuff like that. He was turning white. And those are all bad signs, you know. Normally you don't see that unless if a chameleon is really ill, having some sort of underlying health issue, or if you were having like a chameleon dying of old age, you know. And it's just one of those things that sucks. It's a bummer, that's definitely for sure, and it definitely has bummed me out and taken a lot of wind out of my sails. It sucks kind of giving you guys this news, but I mean, I wouldn't tell you it any other way, you know. I'll tell you the good, bad, and the ugly, you know, of what happens. I mean, that's what this room is all about, is it's a learning thing, you know. I mean, it's a learning and growing thing with this, and kind of seeing how this collection transpires and stuff like that. But that's what has been that's one of the heartbreaking things that's happened right now. And it's the thing that sucks when you work with animals, you know? I mean, all life is precious. But yeah, so despite that, that is the bad news I wanted to start off with. I didn't want to leave you guys waiting on that. So yeah, that is what's going on with that. Despite that, I mean, everything else, like I said, everyone else is doing great. Daisy has been doing wonderful. We had to update her water bowl just to get her something a little bit bigger. The clay pot was great, but I want to get her a bigger water bowl just so she can soak in it a little bit more and stuff like that on her own, because she has been rather active recently and stuff like that. More so like she's away from that timid cycle like I was saying for a while. So since she is kind of out and about more, I wanted to see her kind of utilize that, and eventually down the line we're going to move her into something bigger too. Probably something that's going to be outside of this reptile room. There's only so much room I have in here. So we're going to move her into something else transitionally as time goes on within the next few months, I would say. We're going to do something with that. So that's going to be really exciting. But yeah, all the other snakes are doing great as well too. You can kind of see I have some of these guys lined out right now. After this video is posted, I am literally going to start taking photos of everyone. So we're going to start posting everybody. We are pretty solid on what I'm keeping and what I'm not. So I think we're going to start making the pool. Everyone's had at least probably 2-3 meals in them. By the time they get marketed and sold and stuff like that, they'll probably have a couple more in them. So they are well underway. You know, they've gone through at least another shed cycle, which has been great too. So it's been a lot of really good things coming in here as well too. The incubator is shut off until further notice right now, so we may have one more clutch of eggs. I'm still hoping we have one more clutch of eggs. The female isn't completely off food yet, so I mean, I don't know if she's going to absorb or not, but we'll keep trying. You know, I mean, every Tuesday I put in the male, and we'll see what happens. So they'll make the determination if we're gonna have one more clutch of eggs, and that will be to my 100% het pied female, and that's to my leopard banana pied male. So we'll kind of see what happens. I mean, it's really exciting. Now that being said, we are keeping a bunch of holdbacks, a lot more than I was thinking originally, and so my plans are probably getting 2 more T8s. I think I'm going to buy 2 more T8s, put them up here. Once we move Daisy out, we may put something down there, another enclosure or some sort. I'm not sure yet. Just kind of looking around and seeing what I need to invest in and stuff like that. And then we need to get these guys all set up. So we're going to ultimately get this rack all set up for adults, and then obviously we're going to need more room for adults, so we're going to build another rack probably behind us and get that all squared away. So it's going to be a very, very big undertaking, but I think we can do it. And I think we're going to have a perfect amount of space in here to do so. You got to do what you got to do, right? So I'm going to coordinate once we market everything out and divvy everything up. I don't have exact numbers right now of out of the 16 babies that I have, what's going where, but a lot of them are going to be those hets that I was talking about. So the things that I'm going to have for sale are going to be a good amount of babies, as well as I may have a couple of my adult breeders up for sale as well too. I haven't decided yet. I know at least one of them will be going. Got to make room for upgrades and the projects and stuff like that, and that's what it's all about, is the transition, which sucks because I hate losing animals in any sort of capacity, but I mean, it's one of those things when you're trying to build for other projects and stuff like that, it's all part of the goals, you know, and all part of the process. So that's really the exciting news with that. If you guys do have any questions or anything like that, if you want to inquire about animals, if you want to see pictures of them or anything like that, feel free to message me. Go on my social media. I'll leave links down below. Definitely check that out so you can check those things out as well. We're going to have some really exciting times up ahead with the animals. So, and then we may have some special announcements coming up too in regards to shows that I'll be vending and stuff like that in the upcoming. So I'll also keep you guys in tune there. Probably within the next month or so, you'll get confirmed news on what's going on. I'm going to get everything divvied up there and check things out. But yeah, that's what's going to happen there. Yeah, otherwise, I mean, my adults, they've been doing really great. Let me take out someone right now. All right, so I definitely want to take out someone for you guys to check out and see. And obviously, you know who this is. This is Eddie, the Burmese python, my hypo Burmese python. He is getting huge, that's for sure. So he's definitely getting some size to him. We're definitely upping his meals for sure. But it's all just a slow, gradual pace for these guys. Like I said, I am not trying to grow him out super, super big, super, super quick. Obviously, we do have the space for him once he does get upgraded to the T8. That'll be for his next cycle of his life. I'm checking out my wristband. I was at a fair over the weekend, so I forgot to take off my wristband for the rides. and I don't do spinning rides, that's for sure. So we've learned that for sure. But yeah, I get my thrills from reptile keeping and everything like that. But yeah, this is Eddie, obviously, looking great color-wise too and everything, if you can see that in the camera. Just an incredible animal. You really build bonds with these animals, and I think that's really what I want to hone in on this reptile room tour, is the bonds that you build with these animals. I mean, like I said before, once I got this guy, I mean, he was a little bit timid. He definitely had a little bit of feist to him. But as you feed these guys out, I mean, he was just a small little baby. As you feed these guys, build the connections with them, work with these guys, I mean, look how handleable this animal is right now, you know? I literally pick him up. You see that tail flicking very, very slowly. That is not an active seeking, like, for hunger or anything like that animal. This animal's just very curious, just wants to get out and go, be out and exercise and everything like that. Super confident with this animal. I work with this animal. I've seen him around kids too and everything like that, and other people. No issues whatsoever with this guy. So we're going to continue with that. We're going to keep him on this path because we don't want him to lose that trust with us and that bond that he has with us. We only want that to grow because we want this guy to be an ambassador, and Eddie is definitely a great animal for that. You are just a sweetheart, and you just look too cool too. You are a beautiful animal, right? Right. So that is basically, again, like I said, in a nutshell, what's been going on in this reptile room. Unfortunately, we've dealt with loss, so a lot of things have been overall been going on that have been good, which has been great. So you guys are going to be seeing some babies popping up on my social media accounts coming soon, like probably within the next week. I will be posting these guys, getting these guys out there, and we're going to start selling these guys. And I'll also let you guys know any show details that I have as well too. We're going to be pumping those out as well as the season goes on. We're doing some exciting things there. There are some exciting news too in terms of animals that I am getting and stuff like that. That is also confirmed. We are dealing with some new additions coming to the reptile room, which is going to be really exciting. Just a lot I have to keep you guys in the dark about right now, just as I kind of lock things down and everything like that, but I have enough confidence that I can speak on it right now. So that's all I can do for you guys right now, right? So that is what's going on now. I will also have, I know a lot of people have been asking me, inquiring about these t-shirts. I will be getting onto like the items and stuff like that and clothing kind of things down the line. I will have a poll being posted soon, probably in the next week or so, of an upcoming t-shirt design, and I want your guys' opinion on it. There's going to be a couple additions that I've made for the design, I personally made, and I want to know your guys' feedback on which design you guys would prefer best if I sold it. So definitely let me know that. I'm going to start putting orders in for those t-shirts as well too. Probably, like that I said, that's probably going to happen within the next week, so definitely check me out on my social media so you can kind of vote there and check things out and let me know. And whatever wins, that's what's going to be made. So that's going to be the final design. I'm happy with all of them. So that is basically, in a nutshell, what's going on. If you guys could, let me know in the comments how you guys have been doing with all your animals, and if you guys have any upcoming projects for your reptile rooms, or just with your animals in general. You don't need to have a reptile room for any of that. So let me know if you guys have any cool projects in the works or anything like that, or if you have any cool animals that you guys are selling or looking for or anything like that. That's always fun too, and help each other out in the comments too. We're all here to help each other out with anything, so that's what I love about this community, is we also are great when we band together. So make sure you do that. Definitely, speaking of banding together as reptile keepers, definitely check out USARK as well too, so you guys can also get information about what they are doing in terms of anything that's local to you guys, or anything local to the states or anything like that or beyond. It's always good and important that we back them, because without them, I mean, our rights as reptile keepers can be taken away like that. I mean, the rug can be pulled from under us. So definitely support them and show them some love. Thank you guys again for watching. Thank you guys for the support and everything like that. I know this has been a definitely an emotional start to the video and everything like that, but you know, that's just kind of how it is with animals. Like I said, you raise them and some things just kind of come up and they happen. So I mean, that's just nature of the beast. But thank you again for watching this video. If you could do me a couple favors, if you could like the video and subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Eddie would as well too. And if you could also hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. And until next time, we will see you guys soon.